Today we're looking at Psalm 114. It's a delightful, lovely little psalm designed to make you wonder and I think to make you laugh with joy, with pleasure. It's another way of recounting the story of the Exodus, the escape from slavery in Egypt and coming into the promised land. Psalm 114. When Israel went out from Egypt, the house of Jacob from a people of strange language, Judah became God's sanctuary, Israel his dominion. Roughly speaking, Judah is the southern half of the promised land. Israel is the northern half. God's sanctuary because Jerusalem was there where the Ark of the Covenant eventually came to rest when the temple was built. Jerusalem was the place where God was among his people. Israel, the rest of the nation, is his dominion. He is, if you like, over the high priest, the religious leader in Judah, and he's the king over the whole lot, the whole of Israel. So they come out of Egypt from people of strange language, and all of a sudden God is there. Judah became God's sanctuary, Israel his dominion. Then we go back to the story of coming out from Egypt. The sea looked back and fled. Jordan turned back. The mountains skipped like rams, the hills like lambs. It's not the majestic picture that you get in Exodus of Moses standing there and the Jordan River parting or the Dead Sea parting, and then later the river parting so they could cross that way. It's not huge majesty of storms and of mountains, Mount Sinai, where they received the Ten Commandments with flashing light and clouds and all sorts of terrors. Here the sea looks and fled. Jordan turned back. That's the River Jordan. The mountains skip like rams, the hills like lambs. It's as if creation is dancing or delighted or even confused. The sea looked and fled. Jordan, the River Jordan, just turned back. They saw God coming and God's people, so they cleared off quickly. Even the mountains and the hills were hopping around in confusion and delight that God and his people are coming in to his land. Why is it, O sea, that you flee, O Jordan, that you turn back, O mountains, that you skip like rams, O hills like lambs? Why are you running away, sea? Why are you jumping up and down hills? Why, river, are you just going backwards on yourself? What's going on here? It's a picture that's meant to make you laugh as well as to raise this big question. And then the answer becomes quite solemn, but also very gentle and wonderful. Tremble, O earth, at the presence of the Lord, at the presence of the God of Jacob. That's why the sea's running away. That's why the river's turning back. That's why the hills and the mountains are jumping up and down, because of the presence of the Lord, the God of Jacob. Verse 7, who turns the rock into a pool of water, the flint into a spring of water. He's meeting the people's needs in a hard place. The rock into water and the flint into a spring of water. This is the provision of water and then, of course, food in manna and quail in the desert wanderings. God provided. The water didn't hold its bounds. New springs were created when God came with his people. Tremble, O earth, at the presence of the Lord, the presence of the God of Jacob. So what's a little bit light-hearted, the sea turning and fleeing, and the river turning back, and the mountains and hills jumping up and down. Why? Because God was on the way in. God was entering the land with his people. Tremble, O earth, at the presence of the Lord. But this God who makes even the creation tremble because he is the creator, also turns the rock into a pool of water, the flint into a spring of water. He provides for his people. He's the mighty, all-powerful God who can reverse the flow of the sea and the rivers, who can flatten the mountains or raise them up. But there he is, bringing his people out of slavery and in a new place, looking after them. That's our God, our great and mighty, powerful God before whom we might tremble. But he loves us and cares for us and provides for us. Amen.